Darren, how's it going, man? We just wanted to give bookshelf for bookshelf. Thanks for your question. Half of your question we've already answered a couple of times, so just to save time, who our most influential bands are, lyricists, favorite bands. I think we've gone over that a couple of times, so check out some of the other videos. But your second question was really interesting to us, so thanks for it. You asked some of the most impacting ministries, things like that on us. And there's quite a few large ones and big-time pastors that we like to listen to a lot. But the ones that we really want to talk about are sort of all the small, everyday ministries that we've met. Because I'd say one of the best things, and I think we talked about this in another video, we've toured so much, we've been able to meet a lot of just incredible everyday believers who've had such a huge impact in our lives. And maybe who run really small ministries, or maybe who don't even have a title or a name, but they do run ministries in reality. I had a mentor for a long time, still do. His name is Matt O'Neill. He played at a church in Charlotte. He's been a big influence in my life. Some of the others would be...
I know one big one for me was a guy, an older guy who lived in our neighborhood in Charlotte. His name was Father John. Just a really solid older guy who was extremely influential to me and taught me a lot about what it means to be a Christian and live that out in your everyday life. And was particularly influential to me in the encouragement arena. It's an area that I probably need a lot of help on occasionally. I can be pretty down on myself, and especially I was talking to my wife earlier today. You know, I used to define humility as thinking lowly of myself, and have learned through him and other people that that's just not the truth. So that's a big one for me.
Another big one would be a guy named Larry. Larry's a guy who I worked for about 1.5 years or 2 years doing, maybe even more, maybe like 3 years, I can't remember.
It was a while.
Doing coppersmith work when we were really in the prime of I Am Undone and early Yet. I worked for a coppersmith, and I did copper roofing in Charlotte whenever I was in town. And then I got Jeremiah on there, and we both worked there. And he just had an incredible love for the scriptures. We would just listen to the scriptures on CD or tape all day long. We worked, and we'd sit on the roof, and he'd listen to it like a classic rock record. Like whenever it got to a verse that he loved, he would just start singing along, like just talking along and like yelling and getting excited. So he had a big impact, I think, on both of us on love for the scripture. And then there was another guy we met on tour one time we've been really close with. Yeah,
really good buddy of mine, Nick Cox, and his whole family. Bonnie and his 2 little girls. That's an interesting one to me because he's just the epitome of regular dude that is just awesome influence on your life. Regular everyday encounter. Works on HVAC.
Yeah, he works HVAC.
But just awesome dude, and really just. We just sat down to dinner the night after we played, and I don't even know why he was there, to be honest. I don't know who he was connected with that brought him there.
He came to C4 today.
Yeah, I think he wasn't there for us, for sure, but just instant connection. The Spirit just, was connecting us, and it was a meaningful night to me, and will be forever. And he made the trip from Rolla, Missouri with his entire family for my wedding, and even prayed to open up the ceremony, and
his daughter's kind of stole the show.
Yeah. His daughter brought me a little flower in the middle of the ceremony.
She more than that, she declared her love for Jeremiah in the middle of the wedding.
Yeah.
But and then another big one is just Face Down is just an incredible ministry. Jason and Virginia and Davey and Shannon are just incredible people. The ministry that they run, not just the records they put out, but the way they minister to the bands and the label, the way they think and care. There's things they've done that no one will ever know about and we can't talk about, but just are show incredible integrity in putting Christ first. And I mean, I have a mentor named David, and my family's incredible, and Jeremiah's got some incredible family members. A lot of people, but I guess our point is that there's a lot of great big preachers and great ministries out there, but we're always just struck by the regular everyday people that you don't know about, because you can just see so much. You can see them up close, like I love listening. We both love listening to John Piper, but I don't really know him. So as much as he may influence me in his preaching, the people that always have the biggest impact on us are the people that we can meet, shake hands with, look in the eye. Because at the end of the day, those people you really know. So so just an encouragement to whatever you do, brother. I think you said he's a pastor in the video.
Yeah.
Just someone's gonna probably grow up and say you had the biggest impact on their life. And I hope you do. And I hope everyone out there just keeps that goal in mind, that people are watching and what we do for the kingdom matters.
Yeah. It'd be a shame if we didn't mention the runs too.
Oh yeah, the runs.
Just a huge place in our lives. That entire family. I don't think there's a collective family that I'm closer to beside my own, and just have taught us a lot about giving and hospitality and love and generosity. And they just adopted us into their family, and we just love them immensely. So.
And then one more I just thought to mention is really the band Cool Hand Luke has had an incredible ministry to us before we were a band, and since we've been a band. When I say Cool Hand Luke, I mean Mark and Brandy. Just sort of anointed us and really prayed over us and spoke wisdom into our lives. And so, if you haven't got the latest Cool Hand Luke record, make sure you get it. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, excellent.
They're just an incredible band.
And to all of you watching that should be on the list, we're sorry that we didn't mention you. There's hundreds of people that we could go down the list, and we're imperfect beings, so we apologize if we left you off, but we love you all. We appreciate everything you've done in our lives.
Also, don't judge us too harshly. These are Maggie's books.
Yeah, anything that looks like...
This is not our stuff.
Anything that looks unintelligent is probably my wife's.
We got to go. We're getting stink eye.
All right.
Peace.
Thank you very much for the question. Grace and peace.
Bye.